Hey there, I'm Beth Massey. I'm the product marketing manager for the .NET platform, and I'm here with a panel of awesome people. We're going to talk about .NET today and tomorrow. I've got Scott, Damien, and Alia. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves, Scott?
So I'm Scott Hunter, and I'm the Director of Program Management on the .NET platform. I've been at Microsoft since 2007, joined the ASP.NET team, and now I lead the .NET platform.
Cool. Damien?
I'm Damien. I am a manager who reports to Scott, and I look after the .NET application frameworks, I think we call it. So EF, ASPNET Core, WinForms, CoreFX, that type of stuff. And I joined, 2010? So it's coming up to 10 years, and been on basically the ASP.NET, been under you basically the entire time. So
awesome.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm Olia. I'm a program manager on .NET team, working for Damien. And I'm working on Windows Forms and porting your applications to .NET Core.
Awesome. So we had a couple really amazing announcements actually here at Build Around .NET. So Scott, why don't you start off with what's the next of .NET?
Yeah, I think so. The biggest announcement we had yesterday was we introduced .NET 5. So we started this journey in 2014 where we had three .NETs. We had .NET Framework, we had .NET Core, and we had Xamarin. And along that path, we're trying to figure out, okay, we have these three .NETs. How do we make it easier for our customers to share code across those? So in 2016, we introduced .NET Standard, which is basically a spec that all these .NETs had to support. So they all had the same APIs, and it was easy to basically write code that was shareable. But it's now at a point where we can actually start kind of converging the .NETs back together again. So we took the best of Mono and the best of .NET Core, merged them into a single platform that we're going to call .NET 5. And that will be the version of .NET we recommend for customers as they build apps moving forward.
So we're starting with .NET Core as the core.
Yes.
And we're adding, what are we adding exactly from Mono?
Yeah, so we in .NET Core 3, we're adding WinForms, WPF, and Entity Framework 6. So those big stacks come to the .NET Core stack. From the Mono world, Mono runs on a lot of platforms that .NET Core doesn't run on today. So you can write a Mono app that runs on a Nintendo Wii, or a PlayStation 4, or an Android device, or an iOS device. And so the Mono stuff will bring us platforms that we don't have today. And then the Mono bits also support something called ahead-of-time compile.
Okay.
And ahead-of-time compile is when you actually compile the application down to native code that does not require any just-in-time compiling like we do with .NET Core today.
And so that's better for smaller devices?
Better for smaller devices. It's better for startup. And in some ways, you can dial it so it's actually more secure. And so we kind of take the best of everybody. And so it means in the future, Xamarin projects will run on .NET Core.
So you have, like, the base class libraries then will be CoreFX?
Yeah, it'll be CoreFX.
So we have one implementation.
Right.
Okay.
A lot of folks don't realize we actually have three implementations of of the BCL today. We have the .NET Framework version, we have the .NET Core version, and we have the Mono version. And the Xamarin team actually takes bits from the .NET Framework version, the .NET Core version, and even a different project we had, and they put that into theirs. And so we have these three competing BCLs. And so having one single code base that's all managed together will be...
.NET Standard doesn't go away, though, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And .NET Standard will be very important.
Because we're still going to have .NET Framework.
You have .NET Framework. If you want to share code between .NET Core or .NET 5 with .NET Framework, .NET Standard is going to be the way to do that.
Got it. So the first step in this journey is WPF and WinForms coming on board and new applications that we can build on Core. Alia, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So we already brought most of WinForms and WPF CLR, and it's available in Preview 5. And right now we're working on designers. WPF Designer is in preview version, and WinForms Designer is coming. But even though it's not available yet in .NET Core, you can still find a way and use a framework designer for your .NET Core applications, because developers will always find a way, right?
Gotcha.
So
cool.
Yeah.
And then you're working a lot on that piece of the framework.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes, right now the team is heads down on the designer.
Gotcha. And we saw an interesting demo yesterday. We saw the designer, actually. It came up. And
yeah, it's
awesome.
an early preview of the designer. At this point, you can actually double-click a form. We'll actually show you the form inside of Visual Studio, and you can change the properties on the form. We don't actually persist the properties back to your source code at this point, so it is kind of
preview.
It is kind of hand-wavy. We showed it mainly because we wanted to show that we are making progress.
Okay.
And we'll have some kind of preview of that by the time we actually RTM .NET Core 3 in September.
So what's coming with the web stack, Damien?
Lots of stuff. So in .NET Core 3, we're continuing kind of our work in improving the distributed applications / microservices / web API space. So we've got support for gRPC, which is a open source RPC protocol stack, which is built on top of HTTP2 and Protobuf. And so we've actually been...
gRPC stands for Google RPC.
No, you're
not?
doing that just to tease me.
I am.
gRPC is actually a recursive acronym that stands for gRPC, because that's what these people do. And so we've actually been contributing code. We're working with the team at Google and the wider gRPC community to contribute a new .NET Core implementation of gRPC that's based on all the great work we've done on ASP.NET Core. So it runs on the Kestrel web server, it goes through the middleware pipeline, uses our DI logging and configuration stack, and just basically runs inside your ASP.NET Core as another middleware using HTTP2. And then we're also working on a managed .NET Core gRPC client. The great thing about gRPC is that it's contract-based, and you get a great tooling story, so you can define your contracts in proto files, and then it'll generate you the code for the server and the client, very similar to some other RPC stacks that people may have used in the past. So we have that in the box now. We also have a new worker service template, which is the idea of saying, hey, you may have apps, you like all the stuff we've done in ASP.NET Core, again, with the config, the logging, the DI, et cetera, but I have apps that don't have an endpoint necessarily, or they aren't web apps. They're a bit smaller. They do some background work. Maybe they dequeue or they poll the file system or something. But I want to use the same application primitives, and I want to have them feel and I develop them the same way as my ASP.NET Core app. So we have this new worker template that builds on top of something called generic host, which is what it sounds like. It's a class that you can use to host generic applications. In fact, we have prototypes of running WinForms apps on the generic host because it is truly generic.
Interesting.
And then you get all the great benefits that we've done in the Microsoft Extensions library with, again, DI, config, logging, and all the other great stuff. And so that's in the box now as well. So.
That's cool.
And then, of course, Blazor.
I was going to ask.
You're looking at me going,
I'm like
Blazor?
waiting for you. Like,
I had to get that out of the way. I always
this
give my
is,
team a hard time because they talk about Blazor a lot. But,
Blazor's a thing.
Too much.
So.
Too much. No. Well, I did the service there. I did the other two things first. So yeah, Blazor, which is a new web application framework for building client-based applications. And so in .NET Core 3, we will ship the ability to build Blazor applications that actually render from the server, which sounds a little weird, right?
So how does that work?
Client model. So the programming model for Blazor is client-centric. You build components and you react to events, right? And so it's very similar to doing WinForms or XAML, no matter what type of XAML you're doing, or even web forms, right? Where you have things and then you handle events and they render. So when we do, render that from the server, though, what we're doing is sending down the HTML, and then we establish a WebSocket connection using Signaler, another great ASP.NET technology, and then we basically do remote diffing of what it is happening in the browser. All the events get sent back to the server, that gets diffed, and then we send down the deltas back to the client. And then we're continuing to work on our client-side story, which Scott talked about with .NET 5, where we want to support WebAssembly. So you'll eventually be able to take those Blazor applications and run them in the client, in the browser, on top of WebAssembly, which is an open standard. You can do it in preview today. We already have preview builds of the monotech that lets us do that.
So WebAssembly is an open source project that's not just Microsoft. Right?
No, WebAssembly is a spec that all browsers now support, evergreen browsers, and it lets you run basically a constrained version of the JavaScript engine, but you can compile down to WebAssembly from pretty much any language.
Gotcha.
And so the Mono team has been putting together great support for WebAssembly for .NET, and we'll continue to work on that post.NET Core 3, and probably end up aligning that with the .NET 5 story that we announced yesterday. So.
Gotcha. That's awesome. Like I know that there's a lot of people who are really excited about Blazor.
Yeah.
Finally being able to write full stack C# web apps, right?
Exactly.
I mean, that's really at the core. So that's awesome. So I wanted to get back to a little bit to a couple questions here. We've got live questions. Ask your questions live, and we'll go through them. One question here probably for Scott is I really want to know, like, how does UWP fit into this .NET 5 and this vision?
So we announced that UWP is on the roadmap for .NET Core 3, meaning that we would actually have the ability to run a UWP app on top of the .NET Core 3 stack. Today, UWP runs on something called .NET Native. That's a ahead of time compile runtime that we have for Windows Store applications. In the .NET Core 3 wave, you would not have ahead of time compile. You would actually run on the same framework that we have. So what we'll actually do is we'll take .NET Core 3, we'll make it a package, we'll put it in the store, and then store applications can actually depend on that package and run. As we get to the .NET 5 wave, we will then have ahead of time compile, which will be the mimic of .NET Native for those applications. But what it means is in the 3 wave, we'll have the ability to take a UWP application. It can take advantage of all the new features in .NET Standard 2.1 and run on .NET Core 3. Peter Tor and I have a session today, later today, I believe.
Okay.
And we're going to actually demo some UWP applications running on the .NET Core 3.
So we love all our Windows client frameworks. So, okay, great. Another question here on .NET 5. It didn't mention Core RT. What's the status of Core RT?
Core RT was we never really shipped Core RT. Core RT's kind of been a project we had inside of Microsoft for running ahead of time compile applications on .NET.
Okay.
And because, .NET Native was only available to UWP applications. If you built a console application or a WinForm application or an ASPNET application, there was no way to do an ahead-of-time compile on that. But we also announced as part of .NET 5 that we'll have ahead-of-time compile support or native support in that wave. And so what I would tell these people is it'll be that feature will be available for all .NET customers on all of our frameworks in the .NET 5 wave.
Gotcha. Awesome. Okay, so Ollie, I wanted to get back to a couple questions for you, actually. So why would I move to .NET Core as a WinForms developer? What's the benefits of using Core?
Yeah, that's a great question. I got asked it a lot at the booth. So with the .NET Core, you enable your application to benefit from all the features that .NET Core has to offer. And that is a self-contained deployment or side-by-side where you can have multiple versions of your .NET Core and you don't break your existing customers with a new version. You can benefit from performance. You have C# 8, which was not available for your desktop applications before. And now we have a XAML islands where you can host UWP controls and WPF controls and WinForms and vice versa. That is also available for framework, but that's a new feature we just recently added. And
so you can slowly evolve your WinForms and WPF apps to take on newer modern controls in Windows 10 and APIs. Is that sort of the idea?
Yeah,
so you don't have to rewrite the whole thing.
And looking forward, as .NET Core will be the place where we will innovate. If you want your applications to benefit from all the newest features, .NET Core is definitely the platform you want to target.
So, and WebForms would then go along the journey to .NET 5 as well, right? That was a question, is WebForms coming to .NET 5? So, yes.
Right.
Great. Awesome. There's another question here I want to ask Damien, actually.
Just to clarify, did you say WebForms or WinForms?
She said WebForms.
Sorry, WebForms.
WebForms will not be in .NET 5.
WinForms.
WinForms is what we were talking about there.
WebForms, why not?
So we've talked about this on the blog post. I recommend people go and read that. WebForms is built on system.web, which is the existing sort of web stack inside .NET Framework. If we were to attempt to move a lot of that stack into .NET Core, it really wouldn't be compatible given the way that it was originally written. It's heavily tied to IIS, which is obviously Windows-centric and Windows only. And the reality is most of our customers, when we talk to them, have already gone through a process of modernizing their web applications, either from the MVC framework that we introduced back in, 2010, I think now it was?
Yeah.
And which is a much easier migration onto .NET Core because MVC is available there with the same paradigms. And
we have to, System Web was initially in the beginning also very difficult to dissect just to get to Core, right? I mean, I kind of remember it's just this big thing that we had to refactor and rethink.
It is very large.
Yeah.
So there is actually a system.web assembly on .NET Core, and it has a few classes in it, and not actually any of the framework stuff.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, that's one of the major reasons is basically the cost. It would be an incredibly large cost for us to do that. That's an opportunity cost where we would like to go and invest in new technologies that customers are asking.
And then, as Damien said, it would not be compatible anyways.
Right.
So the idea, most customers who come to us are like, I just want to move my app without changing any code.
Got it.
That was not going to happen anyways. And so it's a huge cost. It's not compatible. Even WinForms, as I was demoing the WinForm Designer yesterday, that is a huge cost. It will likely take us over a year to get the WinForm Designer to work. And then all the existing controls by the component vendors like Telerik and DevExpress and Component One and stuff like that, they won't work in Core. they'll work in runtime, but for the designer to work, those control developers will have to go and alter those things. So to me, as we've gone down this WinForm journey, I recognize how hard it is to actually make any level of compatibility as you try to move one of these frameworks to core.
Tooling is hard, right? And tooling is part of the experience.
Tooling is part of the experience, yes, absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay, so what about this question? Would it be a stretch to say that WebAssembly is for web platform what IL is for .NET?
Not at all. It's a fantastic analogy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good analogy.
Absolutely.
Right?
So
Cool.
you can compile down to WebAssembly, which is essentially bytecode for the web, and then it'll run in the browser no matter where it came from. So.
That's cool. I think Scott Hanselman, I think, showed that in the yesterday when you guys were showing the Blazor, and it was actually running client side.
Yeah, we were showing a pizza app where you can order pizzas and stuff, and it's all running in the browser.
That was very cool.
Autodesk had a cool demo that I've seen before where they actually had Autodesk running in the browser. It's a C++ app.
Okay.
They compiled the WebAssembly, and they did a lot of other work, too, to make it actually render. But
Gotcha. So part of some of the announcements, we actually had a release of ML.NET 1.0. I wanted to get to that, too. So what do it looks like we're kind of going into these other spaces that .NET was never really there, like big data and AI and ML, and we're starting to see these frameworks for .NET developers specifically built for these guys, right? So, and me. So tell us a little bit about ML.NET.
Yeah, the ML.NET is something we actually introduced at Build last year. So a year ago, we had the first preview of ML.NET, and I said this yesterday in my talk. It was kind of funny. I remember sitting down with my team, and they gave me this demo for Build, and I'm like, I can't read this code, so I'm not going to show this demo. And I look forward to where we are today. And we showed a tool yesterday, which is called Model Builder. And the idea is, even if you are really good at ML, you probably don't know all the different algorithms that we have in ML.NET. You wouldn't know how to choose one of those algorithms.
Right.
So we now have some tooling that's available both command line and inside of a right-click option inside of Visual Studio, where you can basically give us your data file, tell us which column you want to predict, and we'll run it on all the algorithms for a period of time, and then we'll emit the code for you just to reference and add your application. So we're trying to make ML something that more customers can actually use.
Cool. And is that a Visual Studio extension? It's like preview?
It is a V6.
That's
yes.
very cool. And it's in preview? That part is in preview?
It's a preview that I think is out today. If it's not out today, it'll be out by this time next week.
Gotcha.
So they're rushing to go and fix a few bugs in it before it goes out.
So that's cool. And then Spark.NET, I know they announced at the Spark Summit?
Spark conference last week.
Last week?
Yeah.
That's very cool, right? So what is that? Like we're basically bringing the power of Spark to .NET development.
.NET.
Now.
So that's pretty cool too. So the Spark world has primarily been used by Java people up to this point. One of our goals with .NET is to make it where if you want to build an application, you shouldn't have to learn 3 other programming languages to build your application. So that's where the ML.NET comes into play. That's where the Spark comes to play as well. We want to make sure that if all the cool tech out there, there's WebAssembly comes to that thing as well. There's a .NET solution for all those things. In the case of Spark, if you have huge files, we were showing a 350 gigabyte file that we were actually able to go and run queries on that ran in about 45 seconds yesterday. Parsing that amount of data is just crazy, and that's what Spark enables you to do. We were running on 30 machines using 240 cores, 1.8 terabytes of RAM.
Right.
And that's kind of the cool power of Spark, is you can just go to like the cloud and just drag the sliders to get more performance out of it. And we have a native .NET solution for that now.
That's awesome. So that was you were showing Databricks? Was that
We were showing Databricks.
Yeah, that's very cool.
But all the Azure services that have support for Spark support .NET Core now.
Supports .NET Core now. Awesome. Okay, let's get to a couple more questions here. Here's one. Which one should I choose if I want to rewrite my enterprise system? .NET 5, .NET Core 3 with MVC, SPA? Sounds
well,
like...
.NET 5 doesn't exist yet.
Yeah,
we only introduced the concept. We haven't shipped anything.
Exactly.
.NET Core 3 is still being built. So we're in Preview 5 that came out yesterday, and there'll be a Preview 6 in June and a Preview 7 after that. We announced it'll GA in September.
Yeah, at .NET
So
Conf.
if you're starting your planning now, I'd be looking at .NET Core 3 would be my initial recommendation. With regards to whether I should use MVC or a SPA, that's more of an open question, and it really depends on a lot of different variables. I'm going to give the classic "it depends" answer. I'm a big fan of server-side rendering, but I also love JavaScript in my years gone past. But then also Blazor is now on the scene. So I usually tell folks to assess each of these techs by trying to perhaps build one feature, time box it to a couple of days, and try out building a form in each of them and see what resonates for you. So.
Gotcha. Good advice. All right, here's probably one for you, Alia. What are the benefits of having UWP on .NET Core 3?
So I would say same as WinForms and WPF. If you want everything that is available in .NET Core, you can retarget your UWP applications to .NET Core, and that is performance, side-by-side deployments, self-contained, and so on. And in future, we will be investing in .NET Core. It will be fast-moving platform. So if you want to
I'll throw one more out there.
Yeah.
As you build UWP applications today, you develop locally against Core CLR, and then when you actually publish, you publish against .NET Native.
Gotcha.
Those are two different runtimes, which means sometimes your local development experience, it works great, and you publish it to the store, and it doesn't work. So I think another benefit of UWP on Core will be you have the same development story as you have for your production story, which means you're going to have, it's going to make development easier.
Gotcha. Cool. So you also, I think you mentioned Unity as well as kind of in that wave. Is that also something
Yeah,
you
we're
guys are
working
thinking
with
about?
Unity as well.
Okay.
As we started building the .NET 5 journey, we actually went to Boston in January and met a bunch of the Mono developers, and we had the Unity team there as well, as we were kind of proposing this idea of merging, Mono and .NET Core together into a single platform. And Unity will follow us on that path.
Right. So they're part of the technical steering group, and they're okay. Awesome. All right. So let's see. Another question here. Is it any plan to introduce C# analog of Electron.js framework with Blazor?
We actually have samples of building Blazor Electron apps today, which we affectionately refer to as Blectron. Yeah, I didn't say that. No one knows that. So yeah, because of the way Blazor was designed, it's actually a split rendering system. So you can run the engine that does the event handling and DOM diffing separate from where the UI is actually being rendered. And that's how we have Blazor server-side working. So you can imagine, instead of having the server running the Blazor engine and then being rendered in the browser, if you just bring them closer together and have .NET Core running in your Electron app, which also has the Chromium engine at the front of it, you've now got .NET Core and HTML on top of each other, and that's effectively what a Blectron app is. And so there are active samples of that today. There's no file new experience for it yet. We haven't ruled it out. We just haven't got to that point in our sequencing. But you can actually go and do it today if you wanted to try it out. So.
That's cool. So we're talking about like all these changes rolling out. We're releasing Core 3 in September. We also kind of announced this more set schedule, right? We're talking about releasing every year now.
Sounds great. Sounds like job continuity. To
Wow, that's awesome. How did you get people to sign up for that one?
That was all about, Damien and I talk all the time about trying to be better about publishing our roadmaps and our strategy and where we're going so our customers know what's going on. If you look at the history of .NET Core, it's been released all over the place, sometimes once in June, once in February, once in December. I mean, it's
been organic.
That's what we say. It's been organic. And then when I go talk to customers, they're like, well, I need more support on .NET Core 2.1 because I don't know when .NET Core 3 is going to ship or the next one's going to ship. And so going to an annual cadence, this makes it easy for the customer to realize when the next wave of innovation is going to come and when the next long-term support version of .NET Core is going to come.
So what is a long-term support version?
Yeah, so we have two models, and they're actually still too hard to explain. Damien's laughing. We have one called long-term support, which is if you're on like .NET Core 2.1 today, you can stay on that version for 3 years, and we'll continue to give security patches and bug fixes to that version. And we have, or you could decide to be on the latest version, which is currently 2.2, and then there'll be a 3.0 in September.
Okay.
And for those, if you want patches, you have to keep moving forward. So as soon as 3.0 ships, we'll stop doing patches for 2.2. And if you're a 2.2 customer, you'll have to move to 3.0 to get a patch.
Gotcha.
But if you stay on 2.1, you'll get patched for the entire 3 years and can stay on that particular version.
Gotcha.
As we think about, we're talking about JavaScript frameworks. I go talk to customers. Most customers now are actually consuming a JavaScript framework like Angular, React, or Vue at a much faster rate than they would move to a newer version of .NET. I hope that we get to a point where we make it easy enough to move from .NET Core 3 to 3.1 to 5 that customers just stay on the latest version.
Gotcha.
We want to make that delta of moving from version to version of .NET Core the burden to do that easier and easier in the future.
Gotcha.
Because what a lot of our customers have done in the past is they'll build an app on .NET Core 4, .NET Framework 4, and they'll wait 5 years to move it to the next version of .NET. And then it's hard to move because you waited so long. So I hope we can get people to move down the path faster. And I think our data has shown that people are adopting newer versions of .NET Core at a much faster pace than they were adopting newer versions of .NET Framework.
And certainly the folks who have made the move to Core or are building new apps on Core seem to be adopting newer versions a lot quicker. That's also true of Visual Studio since we've started increasing the cadence of Visual Studio. And I also think, because .NET Framework is tied to Windows, a lot of the decisions around updating .NET Framework app-based applications was often dictated by when you would update your Windows server, which often elongated the cycle as well. But that's just not typically what we see in the rest of the industry now. People are leaving that decision more closer to the developer so that they can get the latest patches, they can get the latest features, be more productive in what they want to do. Obviously, we have evergreen browsers, we have mobile platforms that people are buying new phones every year or two, so people want to be on the latest stuff in order to satisfy whatever the needs of the business are.
So it's choice. We deploy side-by-side deployment, and not it makes this possible. There's a question here. We should clarify, if an ASP.NET MVC Core 2.2 application is started now, will it in essence update to 3.0 later this year? Well, that's up to you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a couple of caveats to that. One is today ASP.NET Core 2X runs, you can target .NET Framework or .NET Core. The vast majority of customers are targeting .NET Core. We have a much smaller number who are targeting .NET Framework for specific reasons, and we've been chipping away at those reasons to try and make it easier for people to move to .NET Core. That will be the last version of ASP.NET Core that you can target .NET Framework on. And then talking about long-term support, we've already announced that if you're running ASP.NET Core 2.1 on .NET Framework, we will provide patches and support for that indefinitely, for as long as we support the previous ASP.NET stacks, ASP.NET MVC 5, Signal R2, Web API 2. We'll support those indefinitely. So you've got a nice long road there to move to 3.0. If you're on 2.2 Core and you want to move to 3.0, that will be a very simple migration. It'll retarget your application in the project file, work through any of the small breaking changes that we've made, and then you're ready to go.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I think customers just need to understand that it's up to the developer process, DevOps process actually, and updating the apps as needed themselves. It's not something that you do across machine.
And we offer both choices. You can do framework dependence, or you can do self-contained, and we have that flexibility. Yeah.
Got it. So let's talk a little bit about .NET Framework 4.8 just released. We were talking a little bit about .NET Framework and the future of that framework. It's going to be supported with Windows, just like it always has been, right?
Yeah, so we announced that .NET Framework 4.8 is the last major version of .NET Framework yesterday. And it's interesting, as you go and read the comments on our blogs and stuff like that, people are already asking, when are the security patches going to stop coming? We still actually have the Visual Basic runtime from VB6 is still in Windows. We have ASP, classic ASP is still in Windows. .NET Framework will be in Windows forever. We'll patch it forever. And people need to realize Visual Studio is built on .NET Framework. Okay. Many of the services that our customers use in Azure and with large Microsoft products are built on .NET Framework. So we're committed to supporting .NET Framework forever because we actually still use it ourselves.
So existing apps will run like they always have. All right, guys.
And it should make people's lives easier because we're going to quit breaking you with the Windows update.
All right, I want to thank you guys very much for all the great .NET stuff you guys are working on. Really love working with all of you guys. So we're going to